I have my own puppet story. I actually performed as a professional puppeteer for many years, touring around the world with the big Nazo puppets. And once, in the backstage area at the Bumbershoot Festival, sharing a stage with the Ethiopian Children's Circus, while wearing nothing but my tidy whities and a foam horse head, I met Chris Novoselic from Nirvana. His band, his new band after Nirvana, was performing at the same stage that us, Big Nazo Puppets, the Ethiopian Children's Circus, and his band were sharing over 4 days. And they arrived late. They were doing a late show. His band was kind of a... Maybe you guys know of his new band, I'm not sure. Anyone know of his... Okay, it was kind of like, he found some vampires, and they played gothic music to films that they made themselves that were kind of black and white horror films. Anyway, I was backstage. I was changing into, I did like 7 different characters during this performance where we had a full band of puppet players, and I was playing various monsters and skeletons and a horse during the performance. And in the middle of the show, I had about 20 seconds to shed the monster and adorn the horse. And be back out there to hit my cue exactly as I was about to put the horse head on, because I still had the horse costume on. Chris Novoselic appears in the backstage and says, you know, like, we're supposed to... And I'm looking at him, pulling this horse head. Like, my first thought is, oh, you're Chris Novoselic from Nirvana. And my second thought was, how come you're not unnerved by my appearance at all right now? So I looked at him, I said, I think behind the stage that way. He's like, cool, man, thanks. And he left, and I got the rest of the horse costume on and went out to the club. They went underneath the stage for the next 4 days and made, it was a nest out of their cloaks. And they just sat in the darkness and smoked weed when they weren't performing. Their show was not totally great. Okay, now is a very important time of the show. The question I now pose to you is, are there any other performers who signed up, who came late, and who are ready to go right now? That's question number 1.
Raise your hand.
Okay, I see people pointing. Wait, no. I see you pointing, and I see someone shaking no. Now, the second question is, does anyone have a story, or maybe something unusual that happened to them this week, or advice that they would like to give 20 seconds or 10 minutes, it doesn't matter. Kellen, come on up. Kellen, everybody.
I don't even know if you know what story. It's my cousin. So I have a pit bull mixed dog. He's a little bit crazy. My friend Gabby just came to meet him today, and I was really proud of him because he actually did a really good job being around people. And this story is actually about how he was a rescue dog, and he was on death row, and he was wearing a hat. And the picture that I saw him in, and I said, this dog can't die. So my boyfriend and I said, well, we'll go get him. And we got him, we brought him home, so he escaped death. Well, the next time he escaped death, we went to a friend's house, and we were actually just going up to their rooftop because they have a dog that and they asked us if we could come over and water their plants. So I said, yeah, that's great. I'm like, my dog, his name is Tank, but we call him Tater Tot. So Tater Tot could run around. And I said to my boyfriend, Tater Tot's a little rambunctious, I said to my boyfriend, I was like, you don't think he's gonna like jump off the roof, do you? And he said, no. So then I was walking around, we were taking videos of him, and I was standing off to the side, and I was up against the wall. And all of a sudden, the dog just leapt over the over the ledge. We were 2 stories up, and I screamed, like watching my dog fall in slow motion. And it was kind of like watching Die Hard when what's his face is falling off, and you're like, no. Yeah, it was unreal. So I'm screaming, and my boyfriend was sitting on the ground, so he didn't even see this happening. And he jumped up, and the next thing he saw was just the dog jump up and like limping. Whereas I saw the dog smack the ground and jump up, and he just made a yell. So my dog was over there, but we're like, shit, how do we get this dog out of there? Because it was in a courtyard that we couldn't get to.
Oh no. Oh my god.
So I'm freaking out, like, oh my god, I can't believe what's happening. And randomly, this guy just pops into the back of the courtyard, and we're like, dude, we have to come down there and get our dog. Like, he just fell off the roof. And they're like, what? Like, what's happening? So I was like, all right, just stay there. And I ran to get some jalaka. My boyfriend ran downstairs. He went to go get the dog. He brought the dog out. The dog was actually like okay. I mean, he didn't want to walk really. But then luckily we had bought a really shitty Jeep, which I never told you about.
I heard about it.
And our shitty Jeep was down the block. So I was like, please go get the shitty Jeep so we can take the dog to the hospital. And so we ended up leaving. We got the dog to the hospital. He ended up being okay. He's completely recovered. But the funny thing is that we were like, why would he have jumped off of there? And we have a dog walker who comes every day, but then she was getting, she had a dog, somebody to come and fill in for her. And we found out that our other fill-in dog walker was teaching the dog agility to jump up on little ledges and jump down. So that's why our little tater tot jumped up. So this is also advice, don't let your dog up on the roof. And what was the other moral of the story? Yeah, just strange coincidences. Like it was very strange the way everything like happened. Where this, and I forgot to mention that the guy who was randomly in the courtyard, he was like the sweeper of the building who never came on a Saturday. So it was just like this very strange coincidence. But I guess that's it. My dog's very funny, by the way.
Anybody else?
Don't have to. Don't worry.
While you're thinking about that, I do have one thing to pass out.
I'm glad I actually went down and I came back up.
This is the open hairbrush mailing list that you can sign, and we'll let you know about the next event, which hopefully will be in a month from now. And I'll leave it here. You can pass it around if you want. Don't feel like you have to sign up for it. I did start a page on Facebook for it.
Sweet.
So hopefully we can post some photos, whatever. So that will all happen. I guess I could leave you with some advice, perhaps. If your job requires you to travel every week to Boston, and you have to take the Greyhound bus, and then back every week. And perhaps you want to have 2 seats to yourself and relax, but you don't want to be a jerk and put your bag on the other seat like a lot of people do. You want to be a good human being. You want to leave it open just in case someone wants to sit there. But you also do it every week. And your brain is starting to melt a little bit, and you're debating your kindness to others versus your selfishness to be comfortable. Many things you could do to maybe prevent someone from sitting there without looking like a jerk. One thing you could do is put a little tiny wad of Kleenex on the seat next to you. Exactly. It's a little too harsh. It's a little too, it's negative. Let's just say it's negative. I don't want to spread cold, disease, flu, what have you. You could perhaps, and I have those before and I regret it immediately, you sit kind of between the seats and you start rummaging around your bag when people have come, or bring out a large hoagie and you start eating it with menacing eyes. But I believe I have found the best way to let people know, sure, you can sit there, I'm not a jerk. I love humans, and this could be potentially funny. What you do, you sit in the regular seat, I usually sit on the aisle, the window seat, smile, look up, make eye contact as people walk by. But next to you, you place an object that will ensure hilarity no matter what. A simple, inflated whoopee cushion. If they want to sit there, they can. They would have to sit on it. I get to try this, but I am going to, you know what, I'm going to get a bus full of whoopee cushions and throw on every seat except one. Thank you, everybody. For commenting that, oh, the hair dries. Right there is when the music would go up. And everybody so just murmuring and talking amongst each other. But seriously, come back. We'll try to do this next month. Look for the sign. And thank you all for coming.
Bravo.
If you want, we can congregate maybe towards the front, but if you want a little bit, it's only 7. We made a whole hour, by the way. That's pretty good. With only 6 performers and some extras on the sly. I like it. I would like to say y'all at the bar after. Bar court, if you want to go. Bar court. Anyway, thank you all. Oh, if you could help us by putting tables back and chairs back in the room, that'd be great. And now the music comes up again. Woo!